But if you close your eyes.
What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about Town Hall 8 and when you should be upgrading to make that Town Hall 8.5. Now, remember, this is only going to be for war clans. So, if you're into farming, if you're trying to get your max Town Hall, this guide might not be so good for you. It will be good in certain things, but not completely. Now, the main thing that you want to make sure you do before you upgrade your Town Hall is your walls. You want to have at least half of your walls already done, but I would recommend maybe 70%. And you also want your troops to be high level. As you can see, he only has the P.E.K.K.A left. His Golem is already upgrading, just a few days left. So once he's done with that, it's just gonna be the P.E.K.K.A left. And the King is already maxed. So he's looking really good. He should be good to go in maybe 2 weeks, just whenever the P.E.K.K.A is done. The P.E.K.K.As do take a long time to research, unfortunately. But one of the reasons why I wouldn't stay in a town hall and max my wall, especially Town Hall 8 or Town Hall 9, is because you can just upgrade to the next town hall and make so much more loot. I went, for example, let's look at my base real quick. I went from Town Hall 9 to Town Hall 10, and now I'm making so much more Dark Elixir and so much more Gold and Elixir, and it's just a lot easier for me to upgrade things. Once your base is maxed out enough and you have a good defense layout, you're mostly going to be getting 3 stars by Town Hall 9s because at Town Hall 8 is just going to have a hard time. And this is really good. This is what you want here. I'm going to be showing one of Tim's attack here. It's a Town Hall 8.5, and he usually gets matched against Town Hall 8s or maybe very early Town Hall 9s. And whenever he attacks at Town Hall 8, he just overpowers them. And whenever he gets at Town Hall 9, he can at least get 2 stars. And even if they have level 3 X-Bows, he usually gets 2 stars. He's a good attacker. And as you can see, the Valkyries tend to go around. It's really hard to control the Valkyries sometimes. You don't really know where they're going to go. And this is part of being at Town Hall 9. The attacks just get much more complicated. It's a really big jump because you can no longer just use a bunch of dragons and just destroy any town hall. You have to use hybrid troops. You know, you just combine your golem for defense, your wizards for cleaning up, and your Valkyries for just destroying everything, getting in the core. As you can see, he just still has a bunch of troops left, and the attack is over. Let's talk about the upgrade order. Now, the very first thing that you want to get as soon as you get to Town Hall 9 is your Archer Queen. She's a very important part of the game and is pretty much one of the best heroes. You want to go ahead and get her to level 2. So make sure that you save at least 63,000 Dark Elixir. That way you can go ahead and get her for the 40,000 that it costs to get her and just go ahead and upgrade her right away. This is usually the best way to go. If you can't get that much Dark Elixir, that's okay, but at least try to get her as soon as you can. Now, the next thing that you want to get is your lab because you want to go ahead and start upgrading your troops very soon. And with the extra gold that you're going to have, you want to get your clan castle because it's going to help you get that extra 5 troops in there. And it's very important for certain strategies for Town Hall 9, such as putting a max golem in your clan castle. If at this point you already have the 4th builder, I would start working on things like your storages because it will help you to spread the loot around your base so it won't be as easy to get whenever those max Town Hall 9s start attacking you. And it just won't take that much to start getting them and try to upgrade them a little bit. Now, the queen, whenever she's upgrading, she's only going to take about 12 hours. So, as soon as she's done, try to upgrade your spell factory next. That's a very important part because it's going to help you get an extra spell as far as like the elixir spells. And you also do want to upgrade your dark elixir spells as well. And let's go ahead and get the Dark Elixir Spell Factory right here. And while you're spending all of this elixir on these things right here, you want to go ahead and start upgrading your traps. Now, the Tesla does count as a trap, so you do want to upgrade it very soon because it does take a while to upgrade. But you can go ahead and start working on other traps first that do not take as long. And whenever you're done with your spell factory, you want to start working on your army camps next because it's going to help you get more troops to attack. And this is a very important part for your attacks. And you're going to go from 200 troops to 220. And after that, you also want to upgrade your barracks. Whenever you're done with your army camps, your barracks should be next because it's going to help you unlock new troops and you can train more troops as well. Now, let's talk about the lab for a second. It is very important for you to finish this upgrade very early on because you need to start researching all those troops, especially the ones that you need for raiding and for war. Now, I recommend starting with the Barbarian because at this point you're going to have a level 10 Barbarian King, and whenever he summons those Barbarians, they're going to be at whatever level you have them on. So, I do recommend upgrading the Barbarians and the Archers very early on. I will throw in the archers in there as well because eventually you're gonna have your archer queen to level 5, and I will try to get her to level 5 very early on. This is one of your main priorities because her ability is very important to the game. Make sure that whenever you have a lot of resources, for example, if you have a lot of dark elixir, hold those resources for your war troops. For example, don't upgrade minions especially if you don't use them for raiding or anything like that. And I recommend attack strategies with Valkyries, Golems, and Hog Riders because they are the most popular troops right now. Also, healers and giants are becoming more popular, especially with the HGHB, which stands for Healer, Giant, Hogs, and Bowlers combination, is starting to be more popular now. I don't recommend using air attacks though. Don't upgrade your dragons, your balloons, or your lava hounds early on because these are troops that are just not used nowadays. They're just harder to use for combination attacks, and the air sweeper just mess them up really bad. Once you finish with your army camps, I would recommend to start upgrading your Dark Elixir drills because this will help you in the long run to upgrade your heroes and some of your war troops. Also, I recommend to start upgrading your air sweeper because it essentially has no war weight and your air defenses are very low in war weight as well. So I will start doing those. Once you finish all of these upgrades, I will go ahead and start laying down new defenses and new walls and just upgrading them slowly. Make sure you're catching those defenses up first before you upgrade anything else. And just keep upgrading your walls and your heroes, but do not add the expos. I know you guys want to go ahead and add them right away, but just stay away from them for a while because it will just mess up the matchup for war. Now, if you're raiding, you do want to add them up pretty early on to protect your loot. But if it's for war, you don't want. Now, if you guys want, you can save this video to watch later so you guys can go come back and see where you are on this list. Or you can just take a picture of the screen and save it for later. Now, let me know in the comments down below if you want me to make a part 2, just to max Town Hall 9. Thank you for watching. Now, if you found this guide helpful, please remember to like and subscribe. I'm going to be covering the update that's coming up very soon, and I'm going to be doing some small giveaways for that, so stay tuned. See you next time.